Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Round 3 in the books, and it had a bunch of everything. It was absolutely up and down all weekend. I finished relatively average. 1049. My rank didn't really change that much. I got 2000 in the red. But in the big scheme of things, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. It's still very early. It's only 3 rounds in. The difference between my total score of 3076 and someone who's in the top 1% is like 300 points or 200 to 300 points. It's not that big. That can get changed in a week, in 2 weeks at most. So let's go over my team and how it all performed. So, winner, chicken dinner. I managed to win 8 out of my 10 head-to-head comps, which isn't too bad. So, Harry Grant, I had the C on Harry Grant. I was pretty happy with that. His updates up to 105 was very good to see. So, I didn't need to loop. Pretty happy with that. The game up at the Titans ground was hot. It was very, very hot, and that impacted one of my front rowers. So Christian Welch managed to only play about 25 minutes, and then he got pulled, which resulted in him only scoring 25 points. That hurt a lot. So I don't know why he got pulled for 25 minutes. I'm hoping that next week, when they're at home to the Tigers, he will play 80 minutes and he will sort his score back out and he'll probably get about 60 plus. That's perfect case scenario. Unless he's injured, but I haven't seen anything in regards to that. So I'm not going to rage trade Christian Welch because I think Welch will still do a job. He'll still bang his points out. Maybe last week was just a refresher for him. And it was hot. It was hot. So I'm not going to look too much into that. Cotter, a 43 for Cotter. Now, the Cows have not lived up to the expectation of their amazing draw that they were supposed to be riding. Cotter has been a little bit underwhelming. So I just don't know what to do with him. I'm hoping his low minutes on the weekend could be a case of just giving him a rest and he ends up turning in to that 80-minute player that he said that he would like to be in preseason. Again, not going to trade out Cotter. I think that with the minutes that he played on the weekend, which was low for his standards, I think he only played 40 minutes or 45 minutes. I think he played 45 minutes and he got 43 points. So I think next week will be, or this week, I think this weekend, he will go back up to where he should be, playing 80 minutes. Or at least 70. So I'm not phased. I think Cotter will still do a job for me. I'm not going to rage trade that. Stefano got me a 48. I was pretty content with that, given the circumstances around the other players that I had. Franklin Pele got dropped, so he is becoming a little bit of a problem. I don't know whether or not just to keep him on the pine or slowly work towards getting rid of him. Now, I have no idea why he's been dropped, but I'm sure it'll all come out eventually. Fafita, 49. Pretty disappointing. I think Fafita's going to be rocks and diamonds this year. At 683k, I can certainly find a better player that is going to average better than Fafita. I don't know if Fafita is going to have that killer instinct this year where if you don't own him, he will hurt you. I just don't think that that's going to be the case. And with 683k sitting there, I'd much rather get someone in who is going to get me a little bit more than 49 points. Carrigan did a job, 65. Hopgood was not Hopgod on the weekend. A lot of people got caught in the whole dream of captaining Hopgood for a third time or for round 3 in case he gets 100 again. Reality sinks in for these people, and Hopgood is going to end up coming back to earth, and you'll find that Hopgood only manages to get around that 60 mark per game, especially when the players like Lane's coming back, Maddo's coming back. His output is going to be less with those players coming back. Same with his minutes. So it wouldn't shock me at all if Hopgood eventually becomes a trade. But that is not happening anytime soon. But I will be watching Hopgood's minutes and outputs over the next 6 weeks. And he could be an option to trade out for someone like Maddo. So 45, underwhelming, but everybody had him, so it didn't really affect me too much. Preston with a 69, mate. The guy is an absolute animal. If he's scoring you 69 at 300k, set and forget. Honest to God, set and forget Preston. With the Bulldogs' issue at the moment with their forward pack, he is going to be an 80-minute edge. And at 300k, scoring 69, he scored something similar last week as well. So maybe he scored higher. Actually, I think it was 90 last week. If you don't have Preston right now, get him in your side. Moving on, Sam Walker, 24 points. So Sam Walker is an issue for me. Now, he is going to be one of those players that disappears in big games, but will get you 80 to 90 against mid to low teams. Is he someone that I want in my side all the time when he does that? Probably not. Cleary needs a better partner, and I think with Hines coming back, that is going to be the play. I just don't know if he's going to be coming back this week. Trindle is doing a job, right? So if Trindle is doing a job, Hines doesn't need to be rushed back from the situation that he's in, especially with the Sharks having their bye next week. It just doesn't make too much sense to rush Hines in this week, even if he is named. So, even if he is named on Tuesday to be named, I don't think it is a must to rush out, pull your team apart just to bring him in, because you could do that in 3 weeks' time for the same price. He's not going up and down in price. And you can focus on filling the holes in your side without having to worry about bringing Hines back in straight away. So that's the play for me, obviously, Walker to Hines. I just don't know if that's going to be something that needs to be done this week if he does get named. Yes, it's against the Dragons. Yes, he may score very well. But if you have other issues in your side that need to be fixed up, I wouldn't rush out and get him now. That's all I'm saying. So with the whole dilemma over the weekend with Doueihi, whether or not he was playing or not, I managed to play Schuster, and I moved Doueihi to my reserve spot. Schuster did a job, 59 points. First game back, his base was quite low. I think his base was like 9 points. Something, don't quote me on that, but I think it was fairly low. So yes, he scored well, but he does have a low base. So he did a job though, 59 points. Can't complain about that. He looked good though. I didn't mind. Like, I was pretty happy with what I saw. So Schuster is staying put. Doueihi though, on the other hand, he just doesn't look... Doueihi doesn't look the player that I thought he would be this season. Neither do the Tigers. So, what to do with Doueihi? That could be the title of this video. What to do with Doueihi? At 610k, his BE is going to be massive. Do you move Doueihi on this week? Or do you hope that he somehow finds form against the Storm away? That is a sticky situation. And I'm pretty sure I'm with a lot of people on this one. I'm definitely not in the minority who own Doueihi. I'm definitely in the majority. So it'll be interesting to see what people do with Doueihi. I'm not making any of my trades public until lockout. Until just before lockout on Thursday afternoon. I've got a lot to think about. I've got a lot of things to play around with, so definitely won't be making any trades yet. Not until Thursday anyway. Val Holmes, 67. He didn't really do much that game and still managed 67. So no attacking stats, no tries, no try assists, nothing. And still managed to get 67. So even though the Cows have started off pretty poorly, I think you just have to be patient with Val Holmes. I think he will get you your points that you're after, and trading him out now just because he's had a tough start, I think that'll bite you. I think that'll bite you in the ass. Especially this weekend. I think they've got... Who have they got? They got the Gold Coast. So, look, they got the Gold Coast at home. Queensland Derby. If he's going to get any attacking stats, this will be the week to do it. So keep him in your side. Karaz, 62. I mean, he's a beast. He's a beast, and he made me a lot of cash. So I was tossing up, obviously, between Karaz and the Hammer. And I made the right choice on Karaz. I think Karaz didn't even score a try and he managed 62. So he's got the Warriors this week. He's got another great matchup. I can see him improving on the 62. And he could potentially be a keeper for the season. Even though my plan was, well, my plan still is, to move Karaz to Garrick when Manly's draw starts to soften up a little bit. That's still on the cards. It'll just entirely depend on how my other players perform and how much cash I can make. So I think Karaz will definitely get me to Garrick. I think his price rise in his next... Well, I think his rise in price in the next price rise will be decent as well. He'll probably get close to 700k, maybe even more. So Karaz did a job, pretty happy with that. Alamotti did an absolute incredible job as well, 78 points. I expected that. I don't know if I expected 78, but I expected a decent score. I think Alamotti is young. He's one of those players that just needs a little bit of confidence in his game. And I think he found that confidence on the weekend. And I genuinely feel that this could be the start of something pretty special for Alamotti. He has everything that a centre needs for a high scoring, high base centre. And I'm pretty confident I'm going to be playing Alamotti most weekends. He's just one of those players, and I'm pretty happy with. So, Warbrick. Warbrick is a flop. Warbrick is a flop. I have given him 3 weeks now, and he has not done a single thing in 3 weeks. They don't want to go down his side. He's just not going to get you the points that you want, and he's not going to make you cash. He will slowly make you cash. Slowly. I'm talking like 10k here and there. He might get to 300k, maybe towards the end of the season. I'll be very shocked if Warbrick goes over 300k this season. What a letdown. I'm just glad that a lot of people played him, that's all. Turbo 103. He did exactly what most people expected him to do. He absolutely killed it on that Thursday night game. Excellent. Teddy, 60 points. Teddy's one of those players where I think that once the Roosters get their team back, no injuries, confidence back, I think that's when Teddy will shine. But until then, I think you're going to see a Teddy that will range between that 60 to 80 range. And that's about... I can't see much upside with Teddy at the moment. I really can't. And I hate saying that because he's such a gun. But for the Roosters to score well right now, as in like for them to win by 20 plus, 24 plus, 30 plus, they're going to need to play some sides that are just absolutely weak on confidence, and there's not a lot at the moment. The comps are pretty spread out at the moment, with a lot of teams overperforming. So today, Teddy might be on the chopping block this weekend. We'll see. There's a few options, but other than that, that's my team that's pulled the score together this weekend. And I'm not going to go over my potential trades just yet, because I want to have a look at teams this Tuesday, and then I'll be posting my thoughts on teams this Tuesday and my potential trades and what I'm thinking about before lockout on Thursday. So that'll just about do it for me. 43 trades left. Not much in the salary, which I'm not overly happy about. I wish I had a little bit more, but it's round 3. It won't matter too much just yet. So there it is, guys. There's my breakdown of the round and how my team scored. I wish Welch got more than 25 minutes. I would be in a much better position than I am right now. So happy days. Until Thursday, good luck in deciding what you want to do with your team, and hopefully we all kill it again this week. Cheers. See yous.